How you doing, everybody? Let me ask you this. Which question would make sense? Do you have a problem with me? Or do you have a problem? Now, the second one, right here, where I'm living, I think it's better to ask like, do you not have a problem? Because if you ask, do you have a problem? The thing is, everybody has a problem. Not only very poor, homeless person, but also I'm very sure the richest VIP where I'm staying now, or maybe in this country, or maybe in this world, do have a problem. Probably like I have too much money. Now I wake up, I have billions. Now where should I spend it with? What should I buy? Where should I travel? He's having a problem for having too much money. Talking about problem, that's the topic of the day. Problem. Like I said just now, everybody has a problem. But the problem is, we are not the one, the person who is the victim, who is facing the problem, was not the one causing the problem in the first place. Take me as an example. I try to be a good person, a good father, a good friend, a good used to be a worker, a good businessman in a minor way because I do not have a big business. However, I try to avoid creating problem. The world seems like the world or the man, I don't want to say the exact word, will create a law or regulation that will somehow trap me into me having a problem, from being happy, wake up in the morning, and then I have a problem. Like the law and the regulation says something yesterday and it didn't bother me because it doesn't have anything to do with me. Suddenly, like that, they come up with a law, regulation, rules that says now I'm having a problem. I'm not obeying the law, and now I have a problem, and I have to settle it. What else to settle in this life of us but money? It's like they are creating law and regulation so that they can earn money from us. They can squeeze us like wet towel until money drops to the last cent that we have been working hard for. Why is this so? I mean, when will it end? Now, if you say that life is not fair, it will feel like so. Life is not fair. It's like life is never perfect. It's just that we have to be grateful that we are still living. But in some ways, even though I'm trying to be a pious Muslim, a good one, I do believe that dying is much better than living. You know, for instance, some savings that I have, I could not take it out and give it to my spouse because I'm still living. If I die, automatically the money will go to her and she will have a better not to say luxurious, but comfortable life than when I'm alive. That's the thing. I did what I'm supposed to do to make that happen by law and regulation again. But then why if we keep asking why this shit happened to us, there are no answers for it. However, even though I kept saying that everybody has a problem, sometimes we can see like friends or strangers or relatives, they are living the life of their dream, having a big car, having a big tummy for that because they got to eat what they want to eat every day, and their children was like spoiled to the level of I don't know how. Yeah, they got money to spend. Sorry, present tense. They got everything they want. They got everything that make it possible for them to travel like every week or maybe every month. It's fate. I believe it's fate and destiny, or maybe their first ancestors really worked hard, and then the ancestors has a vision of you know, the ancestors has the thinking like, my grandson, my great grandchildren, my great grandchildren should not be poor, should not have a hard life. I must do something about that. So this kind of ancestors I really respect. He has a vision, he has a name to hold. You know, I mean, if he success in doing what his vision is, then the great grandchildren, the great grandchildren will remember him or her, and his name will always be inherited and then brought down by stories from the generation to generation to come. But yeah, good for him. But remember, these ancestors, if they are successful in creating that kind of richness, and then they inherit it down the line to like 10th generation, and they still survive on it luxuriously. Think about it. If the present generation uses that money to do something bad, now in my religion, he will have that share of, you know what I mean? He has to make sure that his richness will be used in a good way, so that he will be let's not talk about it because this is too religious to talk about. But then aside from saving and working hard to save the richness to be inherited by the generations to come, he also have to leave some good advices, some good guidance of life to be brought down to the generations, so that his future generations will not be doing bad with his richness that he has built up. You know, but anyway, I've traveled too far away from the I've detoured too far away from the topic of today. I think what we have to do is, if we can settle our problem that comes from not from us, from rules and regulation that was created to suck money from us. If we can still survive and struggle and, you know, get more money so that we can pay for that issues, then we should stay in one place. But if we are living this day by day, and even if for somebody like me going through the golden years, but still we have to struggle for this kind of shit. I think it's not fair. And the thing that I have to do is to make a decision, like migrate to a place where it's not a city yet. You know, some places there is very less chances that it will become a city. Living a normal life, living in a village, there are oceans to see and visit every day with less rubbish. Place where I can fish. A place where, of course, in this country, I can say that we cannot retire just like that. Most of us can't. We still have to live and survive and earn something to support our life till the end of till the last days of our life. Just earning to just survive, and earning to just survive me and my wife. I think that is what we are supposed to do. This morning I was attending a seminar in one of the hotel here. Nice place is the Trove Hotel. So it used to be Hotel Selesa. Now I took the elevator to the top, to the seminar hall, and then inside the elevator, because the hotel is like a high rise, probably 20 or 16 stories high. So they installed a monitor there showing videos of animals, penguins with their communities, living beside the sea, grooming themselves, and then horses galloping together on the nice open land, and lions grooming themselves too. Probably they had a good lunch, a good meal before that. Koalas eating eucalyptus leaf. So I was like staring at it while I was inside the elevator waiting for the elevator to reach my floor. And I was thinking about, I think these animals has everything figured out. They probably, yes, of course, God has blessed them with a very simple brain and mind, in that they do not intend to evolve to a species that wants to evolve into some sort of like a species that created money. That's the thing. Created money, changed their lifestyle, showing off, or maybe God blessed them with that, or probably, if you ask a scientist, they chose to be like so. They chose to have a simple brain, simple mind, so that they would not evolve. Of course, they evolved from dinosaurs until what they are now, which takes hundreds of millions of years. But they still practice the same simple, happy and grateful life, being themselves, grazing up for the plant eaters, grazing the grass or bark of a tree, and fruit eaters like monkeys, going from tree to trees, collecting. They're not collecting, they are eating fruits and stuffs and beans and nuts. And lions, cheetahs, they have to chase antelopes and deers to have a meal. So they are living happily. I bet you they are living a happier life than us. It's just that they are happy in their own ways, while we have evolved into scientifically we evolved, but by religious wise, we are born to be humans. And then shit happens when we want to show off. Actually, we are not living for ourselves. We are living for somebody else. We have to go to cafes to drink coffee because I betcha we do that because we want to show off to others that we are enjoying the coffee. But actually, we do not need that. We can make our own coffee. Coffee actually was created, many food or beverages or things were created because we want to show off that we like it. Just imagine if coffee wasn't invented yet and somebody drank it, you're like, what the heck is this? Right? But then when we were trained to love coffee because to be brainwashed that coffee is the best things in the world. We have to enjoy coffee, and that is just one of the example. That is when everything happens. Luxury happens. You know, I think for myself, I can conclude that I have woken up from this sleep sleep or this hypnotism that has happened to human being. We were trained, we were educated that this is the life that we should have. Not like this is the life that we will enjoy. This is the life that the God wishes us to do good, not hassle and push everybody because of we need to survive our family, things like so. There are too many things in life that is too luxurious for us humans. I decided to go back to simplicity. I have plans, but there are of course many things to consider and calculate and budget. But trust me, I will do it. Probably I will share this if epiphany to everybody. Maybe you would like to try it. Maybe I'm going to be a good example of what I'm trying to do. Back to simplicity and back to happiness, because I think human beings are being spoiled and going overboard, crossing the line of living as a species that doesn't give problems to other human beings. That is the way to go. Remember this. Being a good father doesn't make you a good human being. Being a good father doesn't mean that you are being a good person. You might step on somebody else, you might backstab your friends because you want to get more money to survive your family. That doesn't make sense, right? The main thing to do is be a good person while being a good father at the same time. That's the thing to do. Yes, I'm going to do this, and yeah, I'm going to update you guys on my plans. 50% of it will happen. Okay, of course, definitely thank you very much for spending your time watching this, and definitely I'm going to meet you guys in the next video. And for that, thank you, take care, and please live happily and purely.